Hey guys, here again. Another stone review. This time it is the Kitayama 8 through 12K stone, synthetic stone. The reason it's called 8 through 12K, or is a lot of people notice that, is because when they actually make the stone, they take natural stone powder and mix it into the mix. So it starts to cut with full pressure like 8,000 grit stone, but as you work up a slurry and work it for a little bit and break it down and lighten up the pressure on whatever you're sharpening, it'll jump up to that 12,000-ish range. I say ish because it's it varies a little bit from stone to stone and pressures and all that kind of stuff. You get a ton of stone for your money with this sucker. I think it's like $75, so it's a very good bargain. It's magnesium-based stone, so it's going to cut pretty quick. It's also, you can either soak it for about 15 minutes, or you can use it as a splash and go stone, which I use it for. It's a relatively hard stone too. I mean, you can gouge it, of course, since it's not a super hard stone, so you gotta watch out that a little bit. I will say that it doesn't produce as bright as a shine as the like the Nanawa Super Soaker stones, the 8K I did recently. But bang for your buck, it's probably one of your better finishing stones, especially how it works and for the price. And like I say, just the sheer amount of stone you get, I mean, this will last you a long time sharpening. Works extremely well on razors, yanagis, pretty much anything you need to sharpen. Most of the time though, I use it more as the ladder, like the in the 12,000 range, because I feel it works better at that range. 8,000 works okay, you can get away with it, but I would say in that progression use it as more like the 10 to 11, 12-ish K stone. I would use it in a progression as that such. It's a little tricky to get it first off, because if you're relatively new to sharpening, easing up on your pressures as you're working the stone, building up mud, or you can kind of cheat and use a little mini diamond plate to get the mud going. That way you don't have to use full pressure. You can automatically kind of start lightening up on things. Don't have to go full bore on it. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's a good solid stone. I mean, it's been around for a while. I mean, most sharpeners probably have used it, heard about it, read about it, so I figure it's time just to kind of, give it its little time in the sun, as it were. This time we're still sharpening a straight razor, Japanese handmade one. This was after the Nano 8000 grit. So yeah, I'll let you hear what this stone sounds like. Like I said, I'm not going to be using a lot of pressure since I'm using more in the upper range of it. I'll show you how it loads up. Cutting speed's pretty good. Like I said, I mean, it's not as quick as the Shaptons, but it's not as slow as the Nanawa. So without further ado, let's see how it works. And as I mentioned before, I think when I was showing the video on honing a razor at the final stone, about half-ish way through, I'll flip the stone around like that, just so I'm getting, you know, more even wear on the stone. Of Mr. Yens, you do the Zoop Zoop, which is a Tom Blodgett copyright, I guess, for a goof. You can't make the sound, of course, as Yens does in his videos, but he does a little better than I do. But yeah, this stone actually, like I say, since I'm not using really any pressure, my fingers is basically just, guiding it and just, kind of keeping things, flatten on the bevel. It has not loaded up any, if only just a hair. I mean, nowhere near what the Nanny West stone does. And just a couple of regular strumps. And like I say, this is just the technique I use for sharpening and honing a razor. Use whatever in the world you like. I've even seen some guys sharpen it on a brick, which I would not recommend. But if you are, I guess if you just have a brick to sharpen with, hey, more power to you. Alright. So before you see the finish, let's give you a little glance at the stone. So, I mean, as you can see, a little bit. As you can see, very, very minimal loading of this stone. So, like I say, very, very good stone for sharpening pretty much anything. So, let's see if we can't see how we did here. As you can see, these are nice mirror polish. Let's see. And like I say, we're not really putting a ton of pressure on this. And we're doing it right about there, but a couple of hairs. Not too many after testing knife edges and all that out for so long. You tend to be a little hairless on your arms. But, yep, there you go. That was the Kitayama 8 to 12,000 natural synthetic stone. Thanks.